So guys, I want to ask everybody here like a question, and just be real and honest and transparent, because we all had something in our life that we settled for, right? Maybe it was a job. Maybe it was a dream that we didn't go and pursue. Maybe it was a relationship. Maybe it was whatever. What would your life look like if you never settled? I'm talking about in any avenue of your life. Like, what would your life look like if you never settled? Think about that for a moment. Like, think about it. Write it down. Like, write in the comments. I'm going to be looking. But if you never settled in your life for less, all right, if you never settled for less, what would your life look like? Because at the end of the day, that's always a choice. And I've been guilty of it myself, settling for less, even from not demanding more out of myself, right? Living in our comfort zone. So many of us settle for less in so many areas of our life. From our health, we settle for less. Sometimes it's our relationships, we settle for less. Sometimes it's our friendships. Sometimes it's our dreams. What would your life look like if you didn't settle for less? Like, think about that. And I want to tell you right now, like, I know we're going to settle, so never settle is like almost impossible. But what if you live starting today, not lowering your standards, right? Not accepting less than your worth, not pursuing what you know you need to pursue in your heart because it's hard or because people don't believe in you. Like, it has to come a point in our life where we have to stop settling. I can't yell too loud, guys, because I'm in a hotel. But we have to come to a point where we have to stop settling so much. We have to stop living inside our comfort zone. We have to stop thinking, my life is never going to get better, so I'm just going to accept life the way it is. No. What would your life look like if you didn't settle? Like, from this day forward, what would you be doing? How would you be living? Think about that. How would you feel? How would you operate? What would be in your life? Who would be around your life? Too many times we accept a lesser version of ourselves. We allow people to determine our worth. We allow things to determine our worth, and we live a settled life. God didn't create you to settle. I didn't see none of that in God's word where it said, I want you to settle for less. God says you're more than a conqueror. So why do we accept less? And I think it comes down to this, us not knowing just how incredible we are. Us not giving ourselves enough credit. Us not believing in ourselves. Us being afraid to be alone, being afraid to fail. So we just live in our comfort zone. We live in this box. And majority of people in this world are living a settled life. And I'm not talking about a positive settled life. I'm talking about a negative settled life. That's why I have this shirt called Never Settle. That's why I always say that. And it's a reminder to me every single day. Like, tomorrow, I'm not going to settle for less than my greatness. I'm not going to settle for less than my best. I'm not going to allow people to come into my life and cause me to lower my standards to meet them at their level. Because if somebody really wants to be in your life, and I've told you this 1,000 times, they will raise their standards to meet you at yours. Some of you and this is where we have to take responsibility of our life. Some of us have accepted less, and we wonder why our life is a mess. Some of us have accepted less, and we wonder why we're stressed. Because we have allowed whatever, and it comes back down to ourselves, not to be the greatest version of ourselves. Some of us are in relationships that we know we're not supposed to be in. Some of us are at a job that we know, and I'm not telling you to go quit your job today, but some of us are in this job in a situation that we know we way more qualified for. But some of us are so afraid to change. Some of us are so afraid to be embarrassed. Some of us are so afraid to be alone that we just accept less. Some of us think a little is better than nothing. I would rather have nothing if it means that I'm not choosing to settle than have a little bit if it means that I am settling. Because that settled mindset will control the rest of your life. Will control the rest of your life. What I want you to do is write this down today and do it. Say, well, matter of fact, next week, live a non-settle week. Whatever expectations you have of yourself, whatever goals that you set, meet them. Write down how you want to be treated and don't accept anything less than that. Write down what you demand from your own self and don't accept anything less than that. Because the more we accept less, the more we're training ourselves that settling is okay. And it's not.